What is going on, people of YouTube? My name is Kurtyoy and welcome back to a brand new video. My hand gestures went the wrong way. It's meant to be like, oh well. Episode 2 of Done Deal is here, where we discuss the transfers that have already happened. We're catching up. We've got a bit of a backlog and we're looking at FPL, IRL and all sorts of things to do with their moves. Today we've got Zabaleta to discuss, Begovic, Solanke, Fletcher and also Saeed Kolasinac. Hopefully I've pronounced that right. We're going to start off with Zabaleta, who joined West Ham United on a free from Manchester City. Let's see what we can think about that transfer. Well, where do we start? A bit of a cult hero of Manchester City. I almost said Manchester United, Manchester City. But obviously out of the first team, and they're ageing. The defence itself is all ageing at Man City. So to replace it is good. It's also a good deal for not just Man City, because they can replace him with a good, hopefully younger. Instead they're looking for Dani Alves, but a better fullback. But Zabaleta moving to West Ham means that Byram has a really good mentor for the next 2 years as he signed a 2-year contract, and it really could mean Sam Byram in 2 years' time could be a really good right back for the rest of his days at West Ham United. Who knows? But Zabaleta's stats last season: 20 games, 1 goal, 1 assist, 2 yellow cards. Strictly speaking, in the last few years he hasn't gone too far above that. I think he's got 4 assists in one of the seasons. He scored 2 goals in one of the seasons in the last couple of years. But besides that, he's not too attacking, he's more of a sturdy defensive fullback. He can get forward, he might get you a few points here and there, but I feel like for FPL perspective, £5 million what you're looking at. So what he started with Man City. If he goes to 4.5, I very much doubt, because all fullbacks could be good, and 4.5 it may be worth a risk to have. But Zabaleta, I think 5 million, nothing too good, so I'd say stray away from him FPL wise. Moving on, we've got a keeper with a very strange stats for this season, is Asmir Begovic. Now, he joins Bournemouth on around £10 million, I believe, from Chelsea. He once went on loan there, did you know? Fun fact of the day. But goalkeeper, obviously, I would say around £5 million. It could be 4.5, I very much doubt that though, but £5 million, and I think that'd be a bit too expensive for Bournemouth. It depends who they sign at the back. But his stats for last season in the league: 2 games played, 5 goals conceded. Looks a lot better, or looks a lot worse than it should be, simply because those 2 games were against Man United, where they had maybe a bit of illness. Who knows? And they lost 2-0. And that Watford game, where the whole team was changed and they lost, they won 4-3, I should have said. But in general, good move for Bournemouth. Nice sturdy keeper for the next few years. Yes, he is ageing, but for keepers, I think he's got another good 5 years in him, so it could be a good move for Bournemouth. As for Chelsea, it brings money in the door to sign someone else bigger. And yeah, I think good move for FPL. I'm not seeing it personally. I have to wait. If Bournemouth sign a few other defenders to sturdy their defence, maybe. But the way they've played and the way you look at what defender conceded the most goals, that's Steve Cook with I think around 61 last season. I think it's worth saying we need to stay away from Begovic. Moving on, we've got another interesting transfer going out of Chelsea. Now, Chelsea like to milk the amount of money they can get for players. Obviously, you're looking at Atsu, you're looking at Begovic. But Solanke's different. Now, Solanke joins on a technical free, but tribunal. I think he's at Liverpool have to pay around £3 million. But he looks good. Been in good form in the the internationals for his age gap in the league this season, or at least the under 23s league, I believe, or Premier League 2, whatever it's called. Played 5 games, 2 goals, 1 yellow card, so nothing too special. Internationals proved that he could be good. I'm not too sure. If he's on the game, I doubt he'll make much impact in the first team. If you're looking at him at maybe a third attacking option, he has to be really cheap for that. I'm thinking he could be around 6 million, maybe a bit less. I think he could be around 6 million, because I could be seen as his form, also the fact he could play, and he's joined a bigger club where he could be part of the squad. Could be 6 million, maybe a bit less, maybe I've overhyped that a bit. But either way, I'd say he's not even going to get a game. You look at the attackers they've got with Salah joining. We'll discuss that in a few episodes' time. But you're looking at the fact they've got Salah, Mane, Firmino, Coutinho. You've got Ings if he gets back to full fitness. You've got potentially Sturridge there if he stays. Origi. There's a lot of players above him in the pecking order. So I think he'll maybe be sort of sitting on the bench when playing the cup games, come on late in games. Not worth the money for your FPL team. Next up, we've got the first transfer confirmed in the month of June. June the 1st was confirmed according to BBC Sports. And we've got Darren Fletcher, Mr. Reliable, Mr. Consistent, joining Stoke on a free from West Brom. It's an interesting one. This is a midfielder. I'd say around 4.5. He's around 4.5 last season, and he didn't do anything too special. But 25 games played. Wrong stats. 38 games played. 2 goals and 3 assists. £4.5 million is not too bad. If you're going for that more pricier 4 options, for that 5th option for him to come in, you know he's probably going to play every game. He's been so reliable for Man United in his later years of his contracts there. You've got West Brom, he was so reliable there. But Stoke would be the same thing. You're looking at, he's the sort of defensive option, the sturdier option in a midfield that needed it. And maybe an upgrade to Glenn Whelan, hopefully. Fingers crossed Glenn Whelan comes back to Sheffield Wednesday. But yeah, it's an interesting transfer. I would say if you're looking at going for those pricier options, you're looking for getting maybe the Sanchez and Hazard in midfield, you're going for those, maybe 2 attackers that are pricey. Get Fletcher in, because he's nice, cheap and tidy. You know he's going to play, you're going to get the odd chance of him, the goal or assist. And yeah, really, I'd say he's really worth looking at if you're going for that cheap option. Lastly, we are to discuss Arsenal's transfer. We've ended both episodes on a really big transfer to one of the top 6. Arsenal slipping out of it slowly, but Said Kolasinac has joined Arsenal from Schalke on a free, and he is a defender, despite the fact I've written attacker there, and I think he'll be valued around £6 million, simply because I think the max for defenders, as long as they don't change it, is 6.5. Now 6.5 is for the defenders that have overperformed this season, so you're looking at maybe Marcos Alonso, 6.5 million. All those defenders that have really done well, actually, Azpilicueta, maybe the entirety of Chelsea's defence, 6.5 million. Like last season, Bellerin did really well, as did Alderweireld, so they both got 6.5. And they might move down to 6.0 now. I think it'd be 6.9 because he's unproven in the Premier League. Yes, he's been in really good form for Schalke. Stats go to show that. He's played 25 games, 3 goals, 5 assists, and 5 yellow cards. He can play well in left back. He's played a few times in centre back, only twice in the league, and also he's played in left midfield, and really good signing, I think. It improves the left hand side, gives them Monreal, no disrespect to them. Kolasinac is an upgrade to them. It means that he can even sit in a centre back position, but if Arsene Wenger does stick with that 5 at the back formation, he's going to be getting forward a lot more, like Marcos Alonso, and £6 million could really be a bargain. But yeah, I think he's one to watch out for. Watch what Arsenal play in the pre-season. If he's a left back, then it could be curtains for Arsenal early on. Might need to change of style, but if they're playing that 3 at the back formation, if they start the season 3 at the back, Kolasinac, I think I might go on record as saying could even be a must-have. But that happens to be that for this video. I hope you've enjoyed. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what do you think about the 5 transfers. Is Zabaleta going to be any good in FPL? I very much doubt that. Begovic, will he shore up Bournemouth's defence? Artur Boruc, bit clumsy, isn't he? You've also got Solanke, will he even press into the first team for Liverpool? Then you've got Fletcher, will Mr. Reliable and Mr. Consistent keep that consistency in the upcoming season for Stoke? And also you've got Kolasinac, will he prove to be one of the signings of the season, FPL wise and also in real life? Let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you all for watching, hopefully you've enjoyed. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. Peace.